right now.
Good morning. It's 6 o'clock on Saturday, July 20th, starting the weekend with some Sarah Spivey.
Good morning, Erica. Happy you're with us this weekend. You know, Sarah's off today, but it's so good to see you.
Yeah, and we got some rain yesterday, but how are those chances looking for this weekend?
Mainly isolated this weekend, so I really don't think that many people will run into too many issues, especially today. But the good news is that we do see better rain chances in the week ahead. Temperatures right now in the mid 70s. It's 76 in San Antonio, 77 in Gonzales, 75 in Uvalde, 73 in Rock Springs. Good morning, Del Rio. It is still 82 degrees in Del Rio this morning, so a warm start to Del Rio. Let's go ahead and take a look at the radar right now, because you can see that there are a few isolated showers out near San Marcos and then down near Hallettsville as well. That's where we've seen a shower for the last couple of hours. So again, a really interesting morning with the humidity and just a few isolated showers. I think this is a great example of the kind of rain that we'll see this weekend. Isolated at best. So when we look at your weekend forecast, just know that it's going to be about a 20% today with a slightly better chance tomorrow, mainly in the afternoon. Other than that, it is going to be a hot weekend. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 90s. So be ready for a little bit of heat this weekend. But next week, wow, an interesting weather pattern for July. You're going to want to stick around for a look ahead to increasing rain chances and lowering temperatures. I've got a look at your forecast coming up. Erica.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, heads up, it's the weekend, and that means construction closures are back up near I-10 and Loop 1604. Those closures began about 9 p.m. last night and won't be back to normal until Monday morning at 5. To learn more about these closures and every traffic construction project in the area, just head on over to the traffic page on our website, KSAT.com. And no matter where you're driving, it's time to slow down. Starting now, TxDOT and law enforcement agencies across the state are carrying out their Operation Slow Down campaign. No surprises here. TxDOT says speeding is one of the top factors in crashes. Operation Slow Down will be in effect from now until August 4th. Last year alone, over 1,400 people were killed in crashes caused by speeding in San Antonio. There were 11,000 speeding crashes that killed 103 people. The danger is obvious, but don't forget the fine and possible jail time that can go along with it. The state of Texas is waking up to the news that Texas Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee has passed away. The Democratic Congresswoman served the Houston area and was an advocate for all her constituents for nearly 30 years. Jackson Lee's office counted her political victories to include Juneteenth becoming a national holiday and the reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act. This comes just 1 month after she announced she had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. She was 74. 19-year-old Jonathan Tijerina is a free man after the jury in his capital murder trial found him not guilty of all counts. Jurors spent 5 hours deliberating before reaching a verdict. Tijerina had been charged in the death of Takai Michael, who was killed outside of a Northeast Side hookah bar in 2022. Tijerina's mother visibly emotional moments after her son's verdict was read.
My son is innocent. He is innocent, and it's proven by the jury. And I'm not in shock. I'm just thankful and grateful.
Now, 5 other men were also charged in Michael's death. Those 5 avoided trials by taking plea deals. Also in court was 16-year-old Rene Gonzalez. He is charged in a 2022 drive-by shooting that killed a woman. Gonzalez is accused of shooting the wrong house on Bald Mountain Drive. Novita Brasil was killed inside her home. He's also accused in a second murder after he cut off his GPS monitor while on bond. Attorneys told the judge they are still awaiting evidence in that second case to see how they will proceed with the first one. A San Antonio family is sharing the story of their son tonight to spur blood donations. It's been just under 2 weeks since 16-year-old Mike Gagos died of leukemia. His family remembers him for his heart, his smile, and his love of the Astros and Saints. He battled leukemia, a form of blood cancer, for 10 months. Right now, the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center is reporting a critically low blood supply. That's why his family is calling on the San Antonio community to go out and donate blood.
We're going to miss him dearly, but we're going to keep his memory alive and help these kids.
Now, the family will be holding a balloon release at the Stevens High School football field this Sunday morning to honor Mike. Those details on KSAT.com. This goes to the 40% of people in San Antonio who rent their homes. If you're dealing with mold, pest, or AC problems, you can get help starting later today. The City of San Antonio and Fair Housing Council of South Texas are holding the event to help people understand their rights. That meeting starts 10 this morning at the Forest Hills Library. That's on 5245 Ingram Road. Spanish and sign language translators will be there to help people understand what's happening. Our very own Devin Karp will be there a little later to give us a sneak peek at what you can learn at the meeting. Your time now, it is 6:06. It is 78 degrees out there. Taking a look at live cam this morning. It is, like I said, just 78. We could expect some more, maybe a chance of showers or two, but Sarah will have our full forecast coming up. The fallout continues from what is being called the largest global computer outage in history. Cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike says the issue happened when it deployed a faulty update to computers running Microsoft Windows, bringing airlines, banks, and 911 systems to a standstill. Here's ABC's Derek Dennis with the latest.
A wave of IT outages swept across the globe Friday morning.
I've never experienced anything like this, that's for sure.
CrowdStrike, an American cybersecurity firm, said the outage was caused by a faulty software update delivered to Microsoft devices and servers. Hours into the outages, CEO George Kurtz apologizing.
We're deeply sorry for the impact that we've caused to customers, to travelers, to anyone affected by this, including our companies.
Travel taking the hardest hit as frustrated passengers were stranded with information displays showing the so-called blue screen of death error message. Some airlines even resorting to handwritten boarding passes. Only 47% of flights departed on time Friday, with 57% having a 30-minute delay or greater in the U.S., according to the global aviation analytics firm Syria. Emergency and hospital systems in multiple states were also disrupted, which resulted in some medical facilities canceling elective procedures.
We are vulnerable as a country. And of course, the more interconnected we are when it comes to travel and medical care and emergency services and military, the more vulnerable we are to this type of threat. It is something we should take extremely serious as we take air and missile defense, for example.
CrowdStrike says the software issue has now been identified and a fix has been deployed. Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
With hundreds of passengers stranded, the Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston has deployed their very best in customer service. Therapy dogs are roaming the terminals to lighten spirits amid the cancellations and delays. The airport has partnered with the Alliance of Family Dogs since 2016 in order to help stressed travelers and workers relax. Needless to say, Sarah, they're more necessary than ever. I mean, look at that. Who doesn't want to just cuddle with a dog and just... I know it would kind of help me distress.
So cute. I gotta say, even the dogs that are working, those like drug dogs and stuff, they're so cute.
You're always like, can I pet it? Can I not?
You can't.
You can.
Not,
but you're just like, you love dogs. You just want to be like,
they're so cute. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. What crazy. It just goes to show how much we rely on technology.
Oh, I know. There's been so many outages lately, so it's just another one that kind of got all of us a little stressed yesterday.
Speaking of technology, we have seen some activity on the radar this morning, but this weekend it's going to be more isolated. So here's a look at the authority radar right now. You can see up near San Marcos and out near Hallettsville, there have been some showers. And these are dying down as we head into the first part of the day. But I do want to mention that this is the kind of rain that's going to be possible today. So an isolated isolated shower over Luling, the shower breaking up over San Marcos, and the shower finally starting to break up over Hallettsville. But take a look at the amount of rain that has fallen just from these isolated showers, especially the shower that's near Hallettsville. On the north side of Hallettsville itself, you can see that in some cases this has dropped 4 inches of rain between Shiner and Hallettsville. Now, it's a very isolated area. I mean, we're talking about an area that is just maybe even a mile or two larger, so about 5 miles wide and only about a mile wide where that heaviest of the rain fell. But that is a great indication of the kind of rain that we can see this weekend. Very isolated, only a few folks seeing rain, but if you do, it could come down at a pretty heavy clip at times. So this afternoon, only a 20% chance in San Antonio for an isolated shower or storm. And then as we head throughout the day tomorrow, know that it'll start off quiet, but by tomorrow afternoon, a few more showers out there. So today, 20%, tomorrow, 30% as far as that coverage goes. And again, peak time afternoon. Severe weather threat is very low, but if you do get a shower or storm, heavy downpours, gusty winds, lightning. And that's a big if, again, 20 to 30%. 78 in San Antonio, 78 in New Braunfels. Del Rio still at 83, Bernie at 73. Kerrville, good morning, it's 74 degrees. As we take a look at high temperatures today, just know that it is going to be hot, regardless of that small rain chance. 97 in San Antonio, 102 in Del Rio, and 100 in Eagle Pass. Looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, 76 degrees this morning, partly cloudy skies. Looking ahead to this afternoon, right around noon, it'll be 91 degrees, and then in the afternoon, 97 for the high. Southeast winds at 5 to 10, a 20% chance for an isolated shower. So 20% today, 30% tomorrow, but watch what happens to rain chances in the week ahead, especially starting on Monday evening through Thursday. That is our best chance for rain. Now, it's not going to be raining all day, every single day, but there are going to be times of rain every single day in the week ahead. And it's because that heat high is enough off to the west that it's not causing us to see hot, dry weather. Instead, we've got a front draped across Texas, and it's going to be this front that is the focus for our concentration of higher showers and storms in the week ahead. You can see this is starting Monday night. That front will dissipate, but we're still going to have outflow boundaries. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, a decent chance for showers and storms in your backyard. How much rain could we see? Well, again, it's going to be pretty splotchy on by this time next weekend when we look at how much rain has fallen in the week ahead. But from Monday to Thursday, the most amount of rain should fall across parts of the hill country and out toward Houston and Galveston, with the least amount further south along I-37, I-35. But even here in San Antonio, I think it's safe to assume that accumulations from Monday through Thursday should amount to about an inch in many neighborhoods. So that is good rainfall. And then the other plus is that temperatures are going to be much cooler than average. Our highs for the end of July usually average out at about 96, 97 degrees. So it is nice to see that our highs are only going to be in the 80s in the week ahead, Erica. So regardless of how much rain you get, temperatures are going to reflect that and be a lot cooler with highs in the 80s.
I don't remember the last time I saw us in July and a high in the 80s.
Well, and coming up at 6:30, I'm going to really show you San Antonio, Texas, going to be kind of the cool spot on the map compared to the nation, Erica.
For July.
For July.
All right.
Much better this year than last year.
Oh, for sure. Thank you, Sarah. The time now is 6:17. It's 78 degrees out there. A big letdown for Spurs fans overnight, losing the chance at the playoffs against the 76ers. We'll have highlights and more from last night's game coming up.
And in your lotto, we've got your pick 3, 3, 8, 3, Fireball 4, Daily 4, 0, 0, 1, 9, Fireball 7. Your cash 5 is 5, 11, 12, 24, 30.
And in your Mega Millions, it is 10, 17, 23, 50, 67. Your Mega Ball is 3, and the Mega Plier is 3. It's a heartbreak for Spurs fans. We won't be making it to the playoffs after last night's game against the 76ers in Las Vegas summer play. Now, Philly scored the first 7 points before the Spurs got on the board. Thanks to this Harrison Ingram three on the break, the Spurs trailed the entire first quarter and were down 25-12 after one. But in the second quarter, the Spurs make a run and tie the game 35-all. By half, the Sixers led 42-37. Now, in the third quarter, Spurs come back as Jamari Bouye steals the inbound pass. He finds Sidi Sissoko for a wide-open three. No good, but Donovan Williams is there for the putback, and the Spurs' first lead of the night, 57-56. Bouye had a game-high 6 steals to go with 15 points. The Sixers, though, would open it up in the fourth, leading by as many as 18 points. And the Sixers win 96-80. Now, the Spurs won't make the playoffs there, but they still have another game. Entering their first season in the SEC, the Texas Longhorns are predicted to finish second in the conference behind the Georgia Bulldogs. Last season, their final one in the Big 12, Texas went 12-2 overall, 8-1 in the conference, winning their first Big 12 title since 2009. Now, Georgia is predicted to finish first overall and to win the SEC championship as voted on by the media members covering SEC Media Days. Now, Texas is predicted to finish second, with Alabama coming in third, Oklahoma 8th, and Texas A&M 9th. Now, Longhorns linebacker and former UTSA standout Trey Moore is one of 13 Longhorns to land on the preseason All-SEC football teams. The Smithson Valley alum earned SEC third team honors last season with the Roadrunners. He had 14 sacks, third most in the FBS, while earning American Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Your time now is 6:22. It is 78 degrees out there. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we'll get a sneak peek at this week's edition of Texas. Today at 10 a.m. on a new episode of Texas Eats, David Elder takes us inside the newest pin stack in the far north side of San Antonio.
The newest location of Pinstack in San Antonio features a 2-story high ropes course and zip line that's floating over the games area, plus a rock climbing wall, new VR headset games, bumper cars, laser tag, new football and basketball games, of course the bowling. You got to go out there and bowl. It's so much fun.
You've learned how to make all this delicious food that's in front of us. I'm going to start with the pizzas. So I'm going to grab a slice of this. You're going to grab one with me. You ready to go in? Yes. That's the bite. It's David Elder, and right now on the Texas Eats Food Festival special, we're going to be talking to all the vendors that are out here at the event, the people enjoying the event, and all of our wonderful sponsors. So get ready. This is how Texas Eats.
Always some good eating there on Texas Eats. Your time now is 6:27. It is 78 degrees out there. Coming up, the family of Texas Congresswoman Sheila Jackson announcing she passed away late last night. Her legacy next. And getting ammunition has never been easier thanks to a new vending machine in Canyon Lake. We'll hear from residents who are both for and against the new addition to their grocery store. Good morning. It's 6:30 on Saturday, July 20th. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, good morning, Erica. Happy you're here with us this weekend.
It's always great to start Saturday with you, Sarah.
How do temperatures in the 80s sound next week?
That sounds amazing. For July, I will take it.
Well, we're going to get through a hot weekend this weekend, but there are a few downpours in the forecast in the afternoon, mainly for tomorrow. Next week, however, is a different story. As we take a look outside right now, the first light of the day, it is a humid and mild morning. It's 78 degrees in San Antonio. It is 78 in New Braunfels, 83 still in Del Rio. Good morning, Bernie. It's 72 in Kerrville. It's 73. Winds are fairly calm right now, but as you look at your day today, we'll be at 82 by 9. Around noon, it'll be in the 90s. And yeah, it's in the afternoon that we have a small 20% chance for an isolated shower. High temperature warm today of 97 and a mild evening. So this weekend, only isolated pop-ups. It's going to be warm this weekend, both today and tomorrow. However, rain becomes more widespread next week and temperatures drop way below average. These details, including how long it's been since we've seen 100 degrees in San Antonio, coming up in just a bit. Erica.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, heads up, it's the weekend, and that means construction closures are back up near I-10 and Loop 1604. Those closures began about 9 p.m. last night and won't be back to normal until Monday morning at 5. Now, to learn more about these closures and every traffic construction project in the area, just head on over to the traffic page on our website, KSAT.com. Vending machines are a quick and easy way to get a much needed snack or soda, especially if you're in a rush. One new vending machine in Canyon Lake is offering that same convenience for a different kind of merchandise. This is ammunition vending machine brought to a Lowe's Market grocery store in Canyon Lake. It's a simple process of agreeing to terms and conditions, picking out which ammo you want, and inserting your ID to be scanned. You don't have to be 21 to purchase here. It's a convenience making some people uneasy and others excited.
Absolutely, I would buy ammo from a vending machine.
I don't know if I would want other people to go buy ammo from a vending machine. That seems kind of weird, yeah.
I don't think it should, bullets should be super easy to get, but I think it is very convenient if you're just using it for normal.
American Rounds, the company that owns the machine, says they've received inquiries for machines to be placed in other stores. A spokesperson also told KSAT that Central Texas can expect to see another ammo vending machine in a Lowe's Market in the next couple of weeks. The state of Texas is waking up to the news. Texas Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee has passed away. The Democratic Congresswoman served the Houston area and was an advocate for all her constituents for nearly 30 years. Jackson Lee's office counted her political victories to include Juneteenth becoming a national holiday and the reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act. This comes just 1 month after she announced she had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. She was 74. Plumes of black smoke were seen rising through the Dallas skyline yesterday evening, coming from the First Baptist Church Historic Sanctuary right there in downtown. Multiple fire engines arrived to start knocking down the fire in the historic church, which firefighters say likely started in the basement. Officials say no one was injured in the fire. Pastor Robert Jeffress, who was elected pastor of First Baptist Dallas in August of 2007, spoke as downtown firefighters continued to fight the fire.
I'm grateful that the church is not bricks and mortar or wood, it's people. And the people of God will endure. First Baptist Dallas will endure.
Now, DFR believes the blaze started in the basement. Deacons say they fear the church's library beneath the historic sanctuary has been lost. However, Pastor Jeffress says they will still find a way to hold services tomorrow. Now, if you're like 40% of people in San Antonio who rent their homes, then listen up. If you're dealing with mold, pest, or AC problems, you can get help as soon as today. Now, the City of San Antonio and Fair Housing Council of South Texas are holding the event to help people understand their rights. That meeting starts this morning at 10 at the Forest Hills Library. That's on Ingram Road. Spanish and sign language translators will be on hand as well. Our very own Devin Karp will be there earlier to give you a sneak peek at what you can learn at the meeting. Your time now is 6:36. It is 70 degrees outside. Now, there's no place like home to watch The Wizard of Oz. Still ahead, SA Live takes us backstage at the San Pedro Playhouse. And coming up, looking to get your kids some swimming lessons this summer, we'll show you how to find quality water safety at the low price of absolutely nothing. Now, taking a look at live cam, the sun is slowly coming out. It's a little muggy out there. It's going to be a warm weekend. Sarah will have your forecast coming up. Well, it's summer, and hopefully part of your plan this weekend is to hit the pool. However, one of the best places to beat the heat, Sarah, is also the most dangerous.
It's true, and water safety is especially important for this time of year. And so while swim lessons seem like an expensive option, they don't have to be. Patty Santos shares some of the affordable options.
Swimming lessons can start off at $35 and up per class. It's not something many of us can afford.
So we started looking for some swim lessons, and it was quite expensive. I believe I saw like $150 for about 6 lessons.
That's the lowest price Ashley Patton found until she came across the free swimming lessons at the City of San Antonio pools.
Just that this is a blessing. Like I said, I didn't really have the extra money to afford to pay for some of the high prices that are around with the other sources of swim school, but I'm just very happy that we were able to get involved with this free.
All 24 pools around the city offer these free classes. Jaime Rivera suggests you register online first because classes fill up fast.
Well, they have to just wait and be patient. That's the only thing that I can say.
The third set of free classes will begin soon, so be ready with an account to sign up. Otherwise, you get added to a waiting list.
The limit per class for adults in school age is 10 people. Whoever gets first, they go in a minute.
Kids as young as 6 months and up should start learning water safety, says Jaime.
When I was a kid, I took maybe 2 swim lessons, and I ended up like not hating the water, but I wasn't very comfortable in it. And so when I had my son, one of my goals was to get him to swim lessons.
Both of them are now more comfortable.
He's learning how to be taught, he's learning how to learn, and he's learning structure.
Parents trying to do this on their own can start off by helping the kids learn how to blow bubbles in the water, teach them how to float on their back, teach them how to kick their legs and use their arms, and remind them to always have an adult present when they're in the water. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Erica, have you seen those videos where they just like chuck a 2-year-old in the water and they're like able to
figure it out? Yeah, I was never able to do that with my kids.
It's pretty amazing.
It's amazing. I'm just like, no.
It absolutely is amazing, and I'm glad people are taking water safety seriously.
Yes, for sure. It's something that I think every parent should help with their children is water safety, especially if you have a pool.
For sure. Now, it has been still a pretty hot summer, but recently we've been on a quote-unquote cool streak where temperatures have not technically reached 100. Do you want to guess how many days it's been since we've seen 100 degrees?
I'm going to say at least 2 weeks, so 14 days.
All right, let's take a look. Here we go. Erica, nailed it.
Oh, yeah.
It's been 14 days since we've seen 100 degrees in San Antonio. The last 100-degree day at the San Antonio International Airport was on July 6th. So good job, Erica.
I knew it had been a while.
You get an A in meteorology class today. Okay, yeah, and take a look at the forecast temperatures over the next several days. We're not going to hit 100. In fact, highs are likely going to be in the 80s for a good portion of next week, much cooler than average. And the reason for that is we're going to have higher rain chances as well. Take a look at the nation. In fact, from July 26th to July 30th, a good portion of Texas is expected to be cooler than average, while parts of the northern section of the United States will be hotter than average. This is a welcome change for us, especially given the fact that we were in the middle of a 15-day, 100-degree heat streak this time last year. It's all because that heat high is not overhead. That heat high is off to the west right now, and it's going to stay there. We've got a stationary front just kind of draped over Texas, and by next week, those rain chances are going to be a little bit higher because of that stationary front, starting to Monday night around 10 o'clock, and then lasting through the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's not going to be raining all day, every single day, but there will be times of rain Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And when all is said and done, at least an inch in San Antonio neighborhoods. So that is nice. And again, those temperatures are going to be coming down. So when we look at rain chances, Only a 20 to 30% chance this weekend, but by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, that pops up to 60% throughout the day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So back to this weekend. It is still going to be hot this weekend, 97 today and 96 tomorrow. 20% chance today for a stray downpour, so odds are you're not going to run into rain today. And then tomorrow, a slightly higher chance, 30%, few afternoon thunder showers. We're not looking at severe weather being an issue, but if you do happen upon a shower, it could contain some pretty heavy rain at times. And here's a look at the futurecast. You can see only a 20% today and this afternoon, slightly better coverage tomorrow in the afternoon, starting in the hill country and then through San Antonio. Again, about a 30% chance. Right now outside, it's 76 in San Antonio. Good morning, Kerrville, 73, 79 in New Braunfels, 74 in Pleasanton, 82 in Del Rio, and 81 in Eagle Pass. And we've actually got some showers on the radar, mainly near San Marcos and Luling, but those have since died down. But take a look at how much rain fell overnight just north of Hallettsville. 4 inches of rain. Taking a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, partly cloudy and 76 this morning. By noon, it'll be 91. Only a 20% chance for an isolated shower this afternoon. Southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour and 97 for the high in San Antonio. It'll be 98 in Uvalde. Take a look at that 7-day forecast. It's nice to see those rain chances in late July, and even nicer to see temperatures well below average in the 80s. How about a difference of a year? Impressive. We were dealing with temperatures of 103 to 106 this time last year. We had 22 100-degree days by this time last year, and 40-something 100-degree days by this time in 2022.
That's insane to think about how hot it was the last 2 years, and now we're seeing these rain chances in July. I will take it.
I'm hoping August will be as good to us as July has been.
Let's hope. Thank you, Sarah. Your time now, it is 6:46. It is 77 degrees out there. Now get ready to skip down the yellow brick road. Still ahead, our SA Live team takes us behind the curtain of the San Pedro Playhouse's production of The Wizard of Oz.
And a look at TransGuide. Things look okay there at 10 in General McMullen, but just be 90 in General McMullen, but just be aware that we do have some closures on 1604 and I-10 at that interchange this weekend. They're back this weekend. RJ has the latest on KSAT.
We're off to see the Wizard. Did you know you can take a trip to the Emerald City right here in San Antonio? SA Live's Fiona Gorostiza went down the yellow brick road to San Pedro Playhouse to take us behind the scenes for their rendition of The Wizard of Oz.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a that I've heard of once in a lullaby.
We'll take a trip to the Emerald City this summer as The Wizard of Oz is playing at the Russell Rogers Theater at the historic San Pedro Playhouse. And joining me right now is director of the show, Jenny Levery. Thanks for having us right on stage and allowing us to be here.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
So this is, of course, a classic tale. Tell us how you brought it to life.
Yeah, this is a story that I have loved since my childhood. When I was very little, I saw it on TV, and my parents recorded it on VHS, and I literally watched it every day of my childhood. So I was obsessed from a very young age. And so it's really an honor to get to tell this story. It's one that I've wanted to do for a very long time.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around.
Well, I'm sitting here on stage with, of course you recognize her, Dorothy, Lucero Garcia, who's playing the iconic character. Tell me about getting this role.
First of all, it was just an honor getting this role, especially in this beautiful theater. I felt so honored and felt very ready to be able to make this character my own.
What is it like for you singing that iconic song, that moment?
That moment in the show, it's right after a very just defeating moment, but I wanted to make this song happy, because this is when Dorothy gets to dream and Dorothy gets to imagine different places and beautiful colors and everything. So singing the song, it's beautiful. The music is beautiful. The lyrics are beautiful. And I feel very honored to be able to sing that beautiful song.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me.
You know, we're delivering on a lot of the really familiar, iconic characters that people know and love from the film. And also, we have found ways to put our little twist and spin on people like the monkeys and the Winkies. And so I think what you'll see is our designers have done such an amazing job of bringing this world to life and putting a new, fresh sort of 2024 spin on things. We've also included the jitterbug, which is a number that was cut from the movie. They filmed it, but they ended up cutting it.
Give me your top 3, kind of your favorite moments in the show.
Top 3 favorite moments. I would say Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the tornado scene, which is very, very different than what you normally see in theaters, and the ending. The ending is it's beautiful.
Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I?
For more information on The Wizard of Oz, playing here at the Russell Hill Rogers Theater at the historic San Pedro Playhouse, all you have to do is head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, or just scan the QR code on your screen.
Beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I?
That was amazing. So SA Live airs weekdays at 1 p.m. on KSAT 12. Scan the QR code for more arts, culture, food, and fun around San Antonio. Your time now, it is 6:55 out there. Now we'll be right back with your last look at your weather.
A good weekend for summertime activities. It is going to be hot, 97 today. There's a 20% chance for an isolated shower today. Slightly better chances in the afternoon tomorrow, 30% chance, 96 for the high tomorrow as well. The thing is, we're going to see much better rain chances in the week ahead. We're talking 50 to 60% chance Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And highs are only going to be in the 80s. So what a welcome change for us to see not only rain in July, but also temperatures in the 80s. Looks pretty nice.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. Well, 55 years ago, the world changed forever. Neil Armstrong took one small step for man and one giant leap for mankind when he became the first human to ever walk on the moon.
That is right. He and Apollo 11 space mission touched down on July 20th, 1969. And they did it all with computers less powerful